up?
Go. I don't think they saw me. I scared them.
I don't think so.
It didn't work out like I thought it was going to. Okay.
It's gonna be a hot mess.
Hopefully you got your snacks, your cuddle buddy.
This is Daily Dose of Creeps. Welcome to episode 2. 2 Eerie After Work Stories.
I know it just started. You did this in the last video. After work stories?
Clucked. After hours?
I'm glad that they don't have me closing without you.
I just realized that. That's the Chipotle parking lot?
Stop playing with me.
Story 1. We're closed.
Fuck, don't y'all understand about that? The doors are locked.
Mother, I don't know. Yo, there was one time, I don't know if he was here, where we closed, and like minutes past online order we still had. Somebody came up, big ass dude. He started banging on the glass, trying to open the door. And then he went through the front. He was trying to go through the front, but it was locked. So he went through the side door, which we should lock that side door too.
I remember.
He just came out. I thought it was raps. I thought it was rap for everybody.
You were just standing there like, what the
fuck?
Barber school was finally over. I had gotten my license and my favorite instructor had hooked me up with a job at a well-known barber shop. My first week with my own chair was going well. Even though the shop was located in a bit of a rough area, known for its addicts and shootings, I was still happy that I could finally earn a living. I was earning enough that I could save up and move out of this neighborhood anyway. So to me, everything was well worth it. Until one Sunday night. It was just me and my coworker cleaning up the shop. Now, usually, since it was a rough neighborhood, there would be at least 3 or 4 of us closing, but everyone had some excuse that day to leave early. It must have been an hour before closing time when my colleague got a call. He looked up at me with an I'm sorry face, and I knew exactly what he was going to say. Family emergency. So, of course, he had to leave early. He was supposed
So, of course, I left right behind him. What you talking about? This rough ass part of the neighborhood. No, that's cap. Everybody leaving, that's convenient. That's sus.
They in cahoots.
They in cahoots. And sus hoots. I'm not with that. That's somebody lying. Somebody's in cahoots. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Cause let something happen, I'm gonna feel like everybody has a part of that. But I'm not with that. Nope, I'm not. You got all that. You got all that.
What are you gonna insist on singing?
to be my ride home, but now I'd have to walk my own butt home in this crazy neighborhood at night by my own dang self. Oh, and by the way, this was before Uber. So he left and I was alone. It was already almost pitch black outside, and I was counting down the minutes until I could leave. I hated being out here on my own. After making sure the back door was fully locked so I could set the alarm, the bell above the front door jingled, and I hear someone walk inside.
Walk inside?
Why was the door not locked? Why you went to the back of the house and didn't lock the front door? You set yourself up for failure there, but he did.
Yeah, he did.
Just great. In my head, I was like, are you serious, bro? How could I forget to lock the front door? This dude was shirtless, had tats all over his face, gold teeth, and smelled like meth. He told me he needed a haircut and dropped himself heavily into the chair at my boss's station, staring at me expectantly in the mirror's reflection. At first, I was at a loss for words. He was exactly the sort of guy you try to avoid around here. I was still new and didn't know how best to deal with this situation, so I was kind of thinking on the fly. All I said was, "Hey bro, I don't know why the front door was unlocked, but we closed. If you want, we can set an appointment for tomorrow though." He just stared at me in the reflection for a little bit. "I'm already sitting down though," he says. I told him as firmly as I could that we were closed for the night and that he'd have to come back tomorrow or another day. He just kept staring at me, his lips slowly creeping up into a smile, revealing his cheap grills. "So you're not gonna cut my hair?" I just stared back at him and said no. Still smiling, he says, "Okay." Without breaking eye contact, he gets up very slowly and says again, "Okay." He slowly walked out, looking back at me over and over again with that menacing grin. There was definitely a lot of tension in the air. After that odd experience, I finished locking up, I set the alarm, then I started walking home.
Nah,
you better call one of your people to give
no.
you a
Because
ride.
at first, he was like, I'm not gonna cut your hair. Oh, okay. Then he said it again. No. Okay. Nah. 2 different okays? Okay. Okay. No. So, I don't like this because he knows your face. He knows what you look like. Whole time, more time, he can be, which is waiting for, he probably is waiting for him outside the shop.
About a haircut? I mean, if you cluck him up, you're not getting a haircut regardless.
I mean, yeah.
You're just gonna be looking rough.
Heard.
It was fully dark by then, and I remember feeling a chill on my back, though I couldn't tell if it was because of the wind or my own nerves. It was just a short while later when I heard footsteps. They sounded close, but when I glanced back over my shoulder, I couldn't see anyone. That began to freak me out. I started walking faster, and then, sure enough, the footsteps sped up too, clopping heavily against the pavement. Someone was following me. I was still a few blocks away from my apartment, and I was starting to panic. Then, all of a sudden, they stopped. I couldn't hear the footsteps anymore, and the chill on my back abated a little. Maybe I'd been wrong, and no one was following me after all. Either way, it didn't matter to me as long as I got home soon. I was just about a block away from my apartment when I hear someone yell out from the alleyway next to me. "Hey yo, my boy." This was the same dude from the barbershop. The street lamp here was broken, and his face was doused in shadow, but I could see he was smiling at me again. "Hey, why the fuck you following me, bro?" I sounded a lot braver than I actually felt. He says, "I just want to ask you a question, man. What time you going to sleep?" I immediately got cold chills up my spine. That creeped me the hell out. I said, "Hey, listen to me. Stop following me, dude. I'm being real fucking serious." I told him to leave me alone and began to walk away, but he still kept following me. I figured at this point he was just trying to punk me, since he never did anything but walk beside me, with that weird little smile on his face. I asked him what he wanted, but he just shrugged and kept on grinning like some maniac. I debated calling the police, but I doubted they would get there in time if the guy did decide to try anything. I kept telling him to get lost, and eventually he did. He just slunk away into the shadows of the next alleyway. I was nearing home at this point, but I decided to do another circle around the block, just in case he was following me still. I did not want the creep to know where I lived. I eventually got home completely unharmed, and I never saw that dude again. But that whole night was the strangest I've ever experienced. I still don't know what the hell that guy wanted, and I suppose I never will. I just know I really have to get out of this neighborhood.
The whole time he knows we work and he has a general sense of...
Story 2. The Lemegeton.
You know that word?
Do you know that word?
Yes.
A few years ago, I used to work in a school library. Although the kids could be pretty annoying sometimes, it otherwise wasn't a bad job. It was quite chill, actually. I remember I had to stay late one night to finish up some admin work and to tidy away the books that had been left out. Up until that point, I always left early enough that there was still a good amount of people on campus. I never really realized how creepy the library was at night. The school was quite historic, and it was the oldest building in the school by far, and I remember people telling me that it was haunted. I didn't believe in that stuff at all, but it didn't make it any less scary. Some of the lights were faulty, and the rows of bookcases created long shadows in the gloom. I had finished my work on the computer and was clearing away the desks when I thought I heard something.
You did.
Even now, I struggle to recollect the sound, but it convinced me I wasn't alone. It might have been a whisper, or a breath, or the soft shuffle of feet. I don't know, but it made me stop and call out, "Is someone there?"
Shut up.
I had already checked the whole library to make sure there were no stragglers left behind, and I had locked the doors too, so basically unless someone had a key, it was impossible.
What would you do if, you pretty sure thought you was alone and you heard what you thought was like a, or like a, you heard like some human noises.
I'll just leave.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't want to know.
I'm gonna leave
anybody
very
there.
quietly though.
Yeah, like,
You talking about something? Hey, who's there?
hey, come play. No, I don't want to know. But that happens to me when I'm at home. Like, I usually get home pretty late, and you've seen, like, I live downstairs basically by myself. So my house has 3 floors. I stay on the bottom floor, and my mom's a teacher, so her classroom is down there, and there's one other bedroom where my little brother stays, like, back in the cut. I be going down there. We have those automatic lights that turn on whenever there's like movement, but if I'm walking around or if I have to go upstairs to get something or whatever, and I hear something, I'm going to my room. Hey, anybody awake? Who's there? No, I don't care. Good night.
Possible for them to get in. Once I had convinced myself of that, I carried on with my work. But I couldn't shake away the feeling that there was someone else in the dark with me. I finished clearing up the desks and switched off all the computers that had been in use throughout the day. I was almost ready to leave when I heard something thud against the floor just behind me.
Oh, shit.
I spun around in a panic, not entirely sure what I was gonna do.
My fist was ready.
That oh shit sound like Monica.
Okay.
No, you never did it too.
No.
Yeah.
Cap.
No.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Oh shit. You do that all the time.
See, the main lights of the school were all off, but the emergency lights were still on. I had no access to this, by the way. It was so dark. So I used my iPhone flashlight and pointed into the direction of the thud. I slowly walked over, and I started to feel a pulse in my head. There was a book on the floor. It had flipped open during the fall, and the pages were crinkled and yellow with age. There was nobody there, so I assumed it must have just fallen off on its own. I bent down to pick it up, and then I heard footsteps run behind me. I swung around, and all that could come out of my mouth was, "Stop!" My stomach was in my throat at that point. I was hesitant to point my flashlight any higher than the floor immediately in front of me.
You worry about the wrong thing.
I must have stood still for a solid 60 seconds in the dark, listening to the sound of my own
It's a
breathing.
long time in the dark.
I slowly looked down
You
at the
could've
book
been in
and
the car
dropped it when I
already.
read the title. Some weirdo put the Lesser Key of Solomon in a children's library.
Sus.
If you don't know, it's like a demon's spell book or something like that. I just picked it up and threw it in the trash bin before going to the main desk to grab my coat and backpack. That's when I noticed one of the computers was still on. To this day, I am 1,000,000% sure that I had turned off every computer. I tried not to think about it too much, but My mind was already trying to piece together the sounds I heard, the demon book seemingly falling off the shelf on its own, and now the computer randomly switching back on. I knew I'd get in trouble if I didn't turn off the computer, so I quickly went over to shut it down. Then, from the darkness of the back of the library, I heard what I can only describe as the growl of a monster. As soon as I had my coat and backpack, I switched off the desk lights and practically ran out of there. I shut the door and I was about to lock the doors behind me. Scratches behind the door. I dropped my keys as I fumbled to lock it. Then I bolted over to the security desk. Of course, no one was there, so I just booked it out of there. Thinking back on it, I don't know how I could chalk it up to just imagining things that weren't there. I saw that book, I heard the running, and I heard the scratching. I heard and felt that growl. I can't make sense of it, and I still lose sleep whenever I think about it. It was without a doubt the most eerie and horrifying event of my entire life. Hey everybody, Mike here. I've been trying to find the best way to describe how I'm feeling about the reception of that first video. I think overwhelmed describes it perfectly. My knee-jerk reaction is to downplay it for some reason. Don't even ask me why. I guess I just don't want it all to go to my head and inflate my ego or something, because I've seen what that can do. I'll just say thank you. Thank you to everyone who left an awesome comment. Thanks to everyone who liked and shared episode 1 with their friends and family. And a special thank you to those who donated. I did not expect that to happen for a long time. That really helps with upgrading the studio. It means the world. So thank you. That really blew my mind. And shout out to Gattor Martin for reacting to my video. That was awesome. I've been watching him for years and I love his reactions, so go check him out. I hope you all liked this video. It took me way longer to make this one for some reason, even though it was shorter. I'm sure my time management skills will get better as I get used to this. So again, I want to thank you all for making it to the end of the video, and I'd love to hear what you guys thought about this one. So feel free to do so in the comments, and stay tuned for the next one. See you later.
This is why I always watch it in the videos.
Aww.
Yeah, that was nice. I don't know why I jumped like that. I was really wasn't expecting him to just say anything. That's what I was gonna say. The last reaction we did. So the animated jump that we did, that channel is called Juan C. Mm-hmm. How do you feel about him? His videos.
I like him. His voice is weird. Why that's not nice.
A good weird or is distinctive?
It's just yeah.
Okay.
It's just odd. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I
maybe
mean,
he
I
tweaks
like him.
it. I don't know.
Maybe to make it sound like.
Yeah. So that was him. This is this who we were just reacting to was a daily dose of it's right here. Where is it?
Oh, that was so sweet.
Daily dose of creeps. That's who we just reacted to. Okay. So he already knows how I feel about his videos. How do you feel? Like honestly, how do you feel?
I like them.
Yeah?
I think they're good. Yeah.
So you would want to keep reacting to him, his videos? Yeah,
I think they're interesting. It's a good story.
Okay. It's the sound effects for me.
Yeah.
It's his voice is nice too.
He does. He's a nice voice.
Yeah. Some people voices are just like made to do like what's it called? Wow, you are cool. A voiceover, but yeah. Okay, so
yeah, I liked it.
Where is it? Mm-hmm. No, I was talking about myself. The first story was 2. I was talking about the barbershop where he clocked up, but now locking the front door.
Yeah.
Like you usually be on it.
Oh yeah.
I don't mess with that.
Because if they come in, if you don't lock the door and they get in the door, you have to serve them.
No.
Yeah.
No, if it's if we're closed, I'm not.
If it's within the first 5 minutes, you have to serve
Who said
them.
that?
Corporate, Tamika, Mackenzie, one of them. Like, it was like 10:01, and somebody, like, I hadn't gone to go lock the door yet. I was like, so we're closed. And Tamika, somebody was like, you have to serve him. You should have locked the door.
So, if it's 10 on the dot,
And
30 seconds later, we take everything off the line, that's dead. No.
Oh, well, I think if you take everything off the line, it's different. But you're not taking everything off the line within 30 seconds.
I mean, you can take like utensils and shit.
Nah, you gotta serve them.
Nah.
You do.
I'm not.
That's policy.
Mom, if I'm on the line, deuces.
That's not. I won't. I'll just go to the house.
Wendy's down the street. Other restaurants. But he didn't lock the door. He locked the front door. The front door.
He screwed himself.
Yeah. And he definitely screwed himself because now he knows where he works and a general sense of where he lives. So at any point, he can be clocked up. Hurt. That scared the hell out of you.
Yeah. Because the face just started. What the You saw that? How it was moving?
Oh, yeah.
Nah. All right.
Oh, my bad. So the second story was talking about what? The book.
Yeah,
So was it a physical thing? Was a person in there? Or was it
I think it might have been something. Not.
paranormal?
Yeah. I kind of want you to build on that story a little bit.
Yeah. Like a part 2 to it? Like a heard?
I feel like that story is kind of interesting. I feel like there was a lot that like a lot of unsaid things in that story. Like, what did the book have to do with it, or what was the monster, or whatever.
Yeah, he definitely could build off of that.
Yeah. We'll react to it.
But yeah, man, Daily Dose of Creeps. Your videos are definitely, yeah.
You get a 10 out of 10 from me.
Yeah. Definitely up there with some of the best people that I react to. You know what I feel? Like, he's just starting, but I feel like because this video was just so great that he's been doing this for a while. Because I feel like
Some people just naturally get storyteller stuff.
Yeah, but with like the editing and all that, that's...
I wouldn't know the difference between like good editing and bad editing.
This is great editing.
Okay. When it comes to these kinds of stories, when it comes like YouTube videos.
Yeah, like when I was starting out, I was just reacting to like some amateur videos. But now I've established myself and I only react to like the best of the best. You know what I mean? So like he hit me up and he was like, well, this is when I was partnered with somebody else. But this is like, so people know that I react to like the best of the best. Mm-hmm. So you're not about to just come at me talking about something. Like if the video sucks, like I'm real. So like the video sucks, I'm gonna tell you. You know what I mean? I might not tell you it sucks, but I'm gonna tell you like, nah, never again. You know, it's just a no for me. You know what I mean? Like, just don't come at me with no amateur stuff. Like,
okay, baby.
Well, I mean, if y'all all right, if y'all want me to react to y'all stuff, just know I'm gonna tell you like it is. I'm not gonna sugarcoat or sugarcoat nothing. Sugarcoat? Yeah. Sugarcoat nothing. You tired? Me too. Like towards the end of the video, I was blinking real hard and real fast. But yeah,
I liked it.
So
keep up the good work, pal.
That being said, keep cool.
Keep it classy.
And I love you. Our family.